Hi, Ken from the awareness.website. This week's Classroom Classics, we've got a couple great things for you. We've come up with a new word for a body dynamic that you want to avoid. And one of Mr. Moy's favorite things he used to say, elbows down. We're going to show how that applies to a couple of moves. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. We came up with a great new word this past week. I was watching some of the students do some toyos. Now, why people do this, I'm not sure. It may be something that I demonstrated, and typically when the instructor demonstrates something or doesn't demonstrate something, the students magnify it by 10. So we're going to take a look at this certain little thing, and we've termed it sqwinching, for lack of a better term. And the best way to see it is in toyos. When you're doing your toyos, in the back part of the toyo, when you move from the front leg to the back leg, you want to be able to load up the back leg, keep the knee out at the 45, and relax into the hips. One of the problems is if you try and go too low for your strength or flexibility, there's a tendency for the body to collapse. And we've called this sqwinching. When you come back, don't go so low so that the body, you're trying to make yourself look lower, and maybe I was sitting a little bit too low and students are trying to imitate me. You want to be able to keep it comfortable. So as you relax into the back leg, the hips sit down, but the body stays upright. There'll be a slight forward angle for balance over the leg. Front leg is pushing you back, stretching you back. But keep the body balanced and upright. You want to keep the spine straight so that you're not collapsing. Don't hold the arms in. The arms are kind of rounded. They press down like a danyu, so you come down like a danyu. So the arms are relaxed. Don't sqwinch. No sqwinching. And the same applies in all the moves. When you're going through them, don't sqwinch. Don't collapse. Don't crush in. Just relax into the leg, relax into the hips, keep the body balanced and relaxed. Now, one of the things Mr. Moy used to mention in workshops a lot was elbows down. So we'd be doing a set and you'd hear Mr. Moy's voice, elbows down, elbow down. And it's a very common thing that we tend to do. And one move in particular makes it very apparent when you're doing chop with fist and coming through and going into step up, deflect, parry, punch. The punch, and especially people that have done karate or some of the hard martial arts, there's a tendency to roll the fist over so that the palm is facing down and punching from the shoulder. When you do that, when you roll the fist over, the elbow goes up. So the shoulder is up and kind of locked into place. When you come through with deflect, parry, punch, so you've got bouquet of flowers, your pas qua step, chop through, and then push pull. So as the fist comes back to the hip and you relax into the front leg, the palm is up in this position. And the palm is outward on the left hand. So again, when this fist comes through, the elbow comes down. And when this hand comes through, the elbow is down. Not out to the side, but down. So the elbow's down here. Now when you come through with deflect, parry, punch, you're going to step. And when the fist comes out, the elbows are down. So the fist comes out so that the palm is in this direction at the very least. Maybe slightly upwards, but with the thumb up. And that way the elbow is down. So when the arm comes out, the elbow is down and the shoulder is relaxed. So then it can connect to the push from the leg, come through the body and express out from that leg push. And both hands are balanced, so both elbows are down. You don't want the elbows up here like this or that kind of stuff. Everything's dropped and relaxed. Now another move, and this was brought to my attention, because I would have a certain way of cueing people and bringing attention to what maybe certain things are doing. On grassbird's tail, on the second part, so you go from the finger under the wrist, so with part one, and then you shift the weight back and the left arm comes back. Now quite often people will bring the arm, and sometimes it's termed bow and arrow, so it's like you're stretching out a bow and arrow. So people would bring the arm back like this. So again, elbows are up, so the fingertips are tipping over. This one, sometimes the fingertips are even down for some people, and I would tell people fingertips up. Now that causes some confusion, because then people are thinking you've got your fingers up here, or you're trying to keep this arm perfectly vertical, but then when they watch me, when I come back, my hand wouldn't necessarily be perfectly vertical, which actually puts tension into the shoulders. Elbows down again applies into this move. So when you come back, the elbows on both arms are dropped, and there's this separation between the two hands. Just a big open feeling in the chest, an open feeling in this arm. So when you come back this way, you can see that my body angles to the 45, and there's this open feeling. I used to say it's like you got a bundle of firewood on your shoulder and you're opening the door to bring the firewood into the house. Now, when they come through, if the elbows are up like this, it's very hard to line up for the second part, for the wrist push. When the elbows are down, when you come through, the elbows drop, the shoulders are relaxed, and then when you push from the back leg, the arms connect in front right away, and then you can express out. So if the elbows are up, you can't get that connection. If the elbows are down, then the shoulders relax, the arms line up in front of the chest, and then you can just push from the leg and let the arms express. Keeping it very simple. Don't try and do anything fancy. You don't need to. The body will naturally find a way to go through these moves as long as you keep it relaxed, keep it balanced. Remember, no squinching, and keep the elbows down. So straighten the body up, keep the elbows down so everything can stay relaxed and express. Hope this all helps. I've got to go get a haircut, so like us on Facebook, check out the website, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you later.